Hey guys, Montaken here bringing on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so we got an update earlier in the news for the information on upcoming content. I like that they've started doing these now, although it is kind of funny in situations like this when they do one of these and it is literally one thing, but it is nice that they do these, because rather than in the past it would just be a case of updating the overall celebration info post, like the big one that's like, this is the such and such campaign and here's all of the things that are in it, and then they would just update that and you'd have to look to see in there like what kinds of things had been added. So these are pretty cool. Only the one thing, which is kind of interesting, a new challenge event, perfect cooperation team battle, reign victorious against formidable foes to get EX skill orbs. So this is interesting for a couple of reasons, because of course with the theme of the Global Dokkan campaign still being unknown, although there have been various different hints and speculations all over the place as we have been building up towards the celebration, even something like this gives people something to talk about, considering who is featured on the event image. You can obviously see we have Goku and Piccolo there. I believe that's, is it the SSR or the TUR of the Goku and Piccolo LR from, that's the physical Saiyan Saga one, right? So this is kind of interesting because this event could obviously be anything. Reign victorious against foes to get EX skill orbs. It sounds like it will probably be something like the anniversary battle kind of thing. Something that is a little bit difficult, maybe not like the new hardest event in the game, but will drop EX skill orbs. Who knows like which characters they'll be for. Potentially even the character that we're going to talk about. Maybe they'll be for, like, if we get an EZA as part of the countdown, it could be for whoever that character is. There could be a couple of different options, but certainly interesting to think about. Now, if we jump over to, we've got our boy Rick, who is one of the data miners, goes through the files, always posts lots of really helpful information and speculation based on the routines and the regular way that Dokkan does things with their releases. So this is quoting a previous post. So we've got the global shop maintenance tomorrow. This, I can't remember the last time they've done a shop only maintenance. This might support my theory that we'll see the countdown images in a second data download on Friday. And then this was tweeted, funnily enough, a few hours before this upcoming content thing. If I'm right about this, we should see an upcoming content announcement in about 5 hours showing a countdown battlefield or other events. If we don't get any announcements, then the data download should be on the 30th. So we did indeed get the upcoming content announcement. So that supports this theory that we're going to get a data download tomorrow, which is either going to contain the countdown images that, even though the countdown celebration has started so early, I imagine we probably will still get those loading screens where it's like 7 days to go, right, until this thing starts. For the 10th anniversary, they obviously did 10 days, but that was a special case being the 10th anniversary. So it's likely that it will probably just be 7 days again, but you never know. We'll see those in the data download hopefully anyway and get a slightly better idea. But this is definitely very interesting, because normally if Rick makes a speculation like this about when there's going to be a data download or something, it usually is correct. So this is definitely very interesting to think about. Now, when it comes to the imagery, we were talking about the Goku and Piccolo, does that mean anything? Obviously we have this classic, like, is it finally happening? I'm glad Proton retweeted his old tweet, because this is how long ago this was, right? Remember the super attack animation effects for Goku and Piccolo? This is the kind of thing that gets updated in the files when a unit is going to get an EZA, because they have the updated, like their damage has the extra effect on like the font. But this was posted on the 5th of August in 2024. So this is a good, like, what, 9 months ago now, something like that. And ever since then, at any possible given opportunity, it's been a case of just like that Kefla image, where people will bring it up and be like, oh, these guys could EZA as part of this thing, or this could be part of like the next celebration or something. But the fact that literally Goku and Piccolo are on the image, maybe this means that these guys are finally going to get an EZA. Maybe the EX skill orbs that you get from this event are specific for them. I mean, I'm assuming there'd probably be other ones as well. But it's kind of like that when we had the anniversary training in the clouds event, and you could farm the currency and there were unique skill orbs for specific characters, but there were quite a few different ones available. This could be something like that, where you get them for multiple different characters potentially. Now, if we take a look at these guys, how they could fit into the future celebrations and things like that is certainly an interesting thing to think about, because these guys are technically from like the Garlic Jr. thing. In fact, I think they are on Movie Heroes, aren't they? They are, yeah. Now, interestingly, they are on Saviors. So I do wonder, thinking about the end of, I'm trying to think how this ties into some of the big predictions for the Global Dokkan campaign. But when you think about, like, they defeat Goma at the end of Daima, and they basically get celebrated by all the Demon Realm characters of having essentially saved, like, the Demon Realm. So it does make me wonder if maybe they would put the mini and even adult, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the Saviors category. So then this would at least have some tie-in to that, but the other Daima characters that we have so far don't have it. So I suppose it would probably only apply to the characters that fought Goma at the end. So if we get like an adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well, you could argue that he should be on there. There's a couple of different potential things, I guess, coming from this. Now, obviously, there is the LR Goku and Piccolo from the Saiyan Saga, and a lot of people have been talking about Saiyan Saga, especially because of the Legends anniversary. I already made a video talking about that. A lot of people speculated about the Namek Saga, and then potentially like Goku versus Frieza, where it's Namek and then Resurrection F as like the two parts. And so if Saiyan Saga, they could do the countdown as Saiyan Saga and then going into the Namek Saga for like part 1. That could be interesting. Or obviously by finding some way to tie these together, whether it be Saviors. Someone else also mentioned that we could see joined forces potentially just being the theme. I think we got this tweet from our boy D Simons. It was on Truth's comment. So yeah, should see data download and countdown images tonight. Maybe the countdown is Saiyan Saga, which would point to Global Dokkan campaign part 1 being Namek. Then D Simon says the team battle might be the theme of the celebration for being able to EZA/Super EZA whatever they want. So this is something that I have seen people comment on and speculate a little bit, because remember, like, the theme of the 10th anniversary was supposed to be, because obviously there wasn't as much representation for some areas as others, but the theme of the 10th anniversary was supposed to be like just all of Dragon Ball, and that kind of gave them free reign to do sort of whatever they wanted within each of those arcs. This could be something similar to that, where the theme of the celebration could be team battle or like joined forces, because remember at the end they do all fight Goma together for various parts of the fight, so that could still tie into having Daima characters come out as well. And then obviously Goku and Piccolo fight Raditz, which is the Saiyan Saga LR. They fight Garlic Jr., which is the LR that we have. And then, you know, we could get things like some of these big characters that people have been speculating, like if we get a GT Daima crossover, a lot of people want to see reversible exchange Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta. That would obviously be something that would fall under this generic like joined forces kind of team battle theme as well. So this does open up a lot of interesting options and possibilities. Obviously at the end of the day it could be reading way too much into the fact that the event image just has Goku and Piccolo on it, but usually they make these decisions for a reason. So it'd be interesting to see what those are going to be. But the most important thing is that we should see a data download tomorrow. I did see a comment on, I don't know if it was on, is it on this one? Yeah, Minato. If there was also a countdown EZA, do you think they would announce it tonight as well, or just wait for next week? Last year they didn't tweet out the LR Turles details until he was already out, but I think they would just announce EZA details 30 minutes before the data download or something. So we could see not only the data download tomorrow, we also could see on Twitter the info for a countdown EZA if there is going to be one, which hopefully there will. And again, that countdown EZA could end up being these guys, even if there's no crazy direct connection between them and Daima. Outside of making the Saviors connection, I don't think there really is anything else, like, because like full power, I mean, you could argue that adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku would be on full power. Obviously Earthbred Fighters, Earth Protecting Heroes doesn't count for the Demon Realm stuff. So there's not a lot of stuff here that really ties them to Daima or the Saiyan Saga or anything really. It's the other LR Goku and Piccolo. Obviously we've just gotten a bunch of Saiyan Saga buffs with like the Yamcha EZA, Prime Battle Tien EZA. So I could see that theory that the countdown is kind of themed towards Saiyan Saga a little bit, and then we go into Namek for the Global Global Dokkan campaign. I'm still very much hoping that it's going to be Daima though, so I'm really not sure. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. We also did have the official announcement about the Million Arena thing being extended because of the issue with a lot of people getting the tickets. So the final for the Million Arena now won't be starting until the 1st of July. So I think originally it was meant to start today or tomorrow morning, but now it's not going to start until the beginning of July, so we have to wait for that. I'm assuming the semi-final thing has been extended, because it does say the event of the single player mode will be extended, but then it's just meaning of the final as well, right? So I think if you haven't done the semi-final yet, I think some people were saying in the stream last night that it is actually too late, like it's not there for them anymore, but I'm not 100% sure, so you guys will have to let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new event. What do you think it's going to be? Who will the skill obs be for? Is it a hint towards any upcoming content? Or have they just used the Goku and Piccolo because they had a team battle against Raditz? Who knows? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.